The World Poker Tour. The biggest games, the greatest players, and the largest payouts on the planet. The WPT is a series of international high-stakes poker tournaments that can turn amateur players into millionaires and make professionals into superstars. With millions of dollars on the line, it's time for these 6 players to live the dream of fame, fortune, and the one thing money can't buy, a WPT title. Tonight, on the World Poker Tour.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to fabulous Las Vegas and the kickoff event of Season 8 on the World Poker Tour, the final table of the multi-million-dollar Bellagio Cup 5. I'm Mike Sexton, along with Vince Van Patten, and this is the WPT.
That's right, Mike. And for 8 seasons, the Bellagio has hosted the biggest poker tournaments in the world. But tonight could be kind of special because at the final table is a WPT champion, Erik Seidel, and he says that this is the toughest WPT final table ever.
Well, Erik Seidel is truly one of the game's great players, and he recognizes that this final table is packed with international talent, including a guy many consider to be the best player from Brazil, a terrific player from Sweden, and a young phenom from the United States, Justin Smith, who at barely 21 years of age already plays in the high-stakes cash games right here at Bellagio.
But they'll all be chasing the chip leader, Faraz Jaka. They say he's a reckless gambler, but he also has one of the most memorable nicknames in poker, the Toilet.
Oh, man. Let the jokes begin. Vince, I'll tell you what's not a joke. That's the prize money these guys are playing for tonight. The winner's going to take home $1.1 million, get an entry into the season-ending WPT World Championship, and get something money can't buy. That coveted Tiffany bracelet that goes to the WPT champion.
All right, we are about to get started. Who will be crowned our champion? Let's go watch him gamble.
Well, a terrific final table to kick off Season 8. We started with 268 players 5 days ago. We're down to these final 6, an experienced WPT champ versus 5 young, tough pros.
Yes, indeed. And the antes will be 3,000 blinds starting at 12 and 24. The cards have been dealt. Action goes to the former grocery bagger, young Justin Smith.
About bagging groceries, but he now plays in the highest stakes games in the world right here at Bellagio, I can tell you that.
Well, he's folded. Alex Torelli from Orange County also folding. And now Faraz Jaka, our chip leader, going to come in with a raise.
He's got the suited connectors, the 9-8 of hearts. Comes in for $65,000, but right behind him, WPT champ Erik Seidel, also with suited connectors.
The veteran, the tough New Yorker, is going to make the call with his 9-10, the Swede going out, and now
the Brazilian, Alex Gomez, he's out as well. So the 2 suited connecting hands battling it out here. And the flop comes Queen Jack 9. Both players a flop bottom pair with a straight draw.
And Faraz is going to check it.
It's Faraz with the gut shot straight. Erik Seidel with the open ender.
And the New Yorker, Erik Seidel, going to pop away. It looks like a $100,000 bet. And the chip leader, Faraz, is going to call it. Nice pot building up here.
The 6 comes off. No help to either player.
And Faraz wrapping the table, checks again. Erik behind him checking. Going to the river.
Well, the dream card for Erik Seidel. The king comes off, gives him a king high straight.
How nice. Once again, Faraz, first to act, looks around, gonna check again, trying to stay out of trouble. But the tough New Yorker, Erik Seidel, is gonna put the bet in.
$200,000. Now, if you're sitting in Faraz's seat, you only have 2 9s here with all those overcards and a possible straight out there. But you're hoping that your opponent's got a busted flush draw where your 2 9s might be good. And you're saying to yourself, you know, he's either got a straight or a busted flush draw because he's not going to bet with a pair or 2 pair probably in this situation with that board. He makes a call with 2 9s. His nickname, the Toilet, might look like a stinking call to you, but really there was some logic behind it.
Erik Seidel showing some strength there. In the audience, you see Humberto Brenes and the Devilfish, 2 great players, here to watch the action.
Well, all the greats from around the world come to Bellagio to play these tournaments. This, the 21st consecutive WPT event, where first prize at the Bellagio has been over $1 million or more. That will get the players here.
All right, back to the table. Erik Seidel, this time peeking down at a uneventful Jack 8 offsuit. Can't play that, goes out. The Swede out. And right now, Alex, the Brazilian, started out tonight as the short stack, has a pair of 7s. Looks like he's raising chips out. He does.
Yep, bet 65,000. Right behind him, the 21-year-old Justin Smith looks at 2 deuces. He's reaching for chips. It's a very aggressive player. He is tough, and I don't just mean at No Limit Hold'em. I mean at all poker games. Looks like 170,000 he's bet.
Torelli out.
How much did he start the hand with about?
2.95.
And Faraz, he's got ace-king here.
Well, he wants to know how many chips Justin's got, and he's coming over the top for the 3rd raise here.
Wow.
With Big Slick, and a healthy raise at that. Going to make it 400,000 to go.
And the Brazilian now doesn't like his 7s anymore.
Ironically, he's got the best hand right now, but can't stand the heat, as we say. So he gets out of the kitchen.
Only one more to push away, and that would be Justin Smith.
Well, he makes the $230,000 call here. And the flop comes ace-jack, jack. Nice flop for Faraz.
No help to the kid.
Well, Faraz is going to bet.
Yeah, 500,000.
Now, we can see Justin only has 2 deuces, but what's going through his mind is, if his opponent's got 2 kings or 2 queens, could he win this pot? By coming over the top right here. Be a bold, dangerous play, but this kid capable of doing it.
He's a former grocery bagger at a supermarket, and now he's playing big-time poker, and look at this.
Wow, he has made the call.
He's sticking around. This could be back to the supermarket for him. What a call this is. A 5, no help to the kid. And Faraz is going to slow down and check.
Well, you have to be fearful your opponent's flop 3 jacks here. When a guy calls a $500,000 bet, after it comes jack, jack, ace. And Justin now leading out and betting here with just 2 deuces.
That's what he's trying to set up here.
Well, as crazy as it looks, if Faraz had 2 kings instead of ace-king, he would muck this hand very quickly, I believe. But with ace-king, he's got a tough decision as to what to do, no question about it.
Well, it's only 380. Looks like a bargain time. Sometimes that looks very dangerous, but Faraz is going to call it.
Well, keep in mind it's 380 on this street, but how much is it going to be on the next street?
Yeah. River card.
Well, the board pairs 5s here. Faraz with aces up here. He's going to check them. Will the youngster fire another shell? No, he's going to wave the flag here. Gives him credit for at least aces up here.
And the toilet flushes the kid down. Big pot right there.
The chip leader getting richer, takes down the pot with aces up.
That's right. We got 6 players going after that. Close to 1.2 million here at Bellagio. Stay with us.
The Bellagio tournaments are the best structured tournaments in the world. So you end up with very good players at the final table.
Winning a title at Bellagio is very prestigious. I think it gives you a certain reputation that you played against the best and you beat them.
He has come back and won this tournament. Gus Hansen is outdrawn on the river, Vince.
It's a very young final table, but watch out for the old guy, Erik Seidel. He's pretty tough.
This is going to be one of the toughest final tables that people will see. They're young, aggressive, smart players. I'd rather play with a lot of older bad players. The young kids are really difficult to play with. They're not afraid of me at all.
That's Erik Seidel. Well, here we are. We're 2 older bad players, Mike Sexton and Vince Van Patten. We don't blame it, Erik. These guys are rough. They're young.
Well, Erik Seidel saying they're not afraid of him. Boy, would I disagree with that. Here's a guy that's got 8 World Series of Poker bracelets, a WPT title, over $9 million in career earnings. Believe me, they are afraid of Erik Seidel.
Action on the 21-year-old Justin Smith. He quickly folds. Alec Torelli also going away.
Around our chip leader, Faraz Jaka. He's going to raise it here with a 9-8. I'm surprised Erik quickly folds ace-jack on the button.
It's surprising. The Swede also going out. And now it's up to the Brazilian. Alex Gomez. He's got a 10-6 of diamonds.
Alex is a former lawyer. Gave up practicing law to play poker. Here he is at the final table going for over $1 million. He's going to make the call here. So we're going to have a flop. The flop comes queen 9-3.
And the Brazilian quickly checking. Faraz picks up a pair of nines, but he's going to check.
Wow, he checks the 2 9s. Now a jack comes off. And this gives Alex an open-end straight draw. There you see Alex's wife, Priscilla.
And Alex looks like he's getting busy here. He's going to put a stab, 90,000.
Well, his opponent checked on the flop, so he's going to take a stab at winning this pot. But it gets quickly called.
River card. Can he catch the straight? No. It's a bust hand.
The deuce comes out, and look at this, Vince. The short stack at this table is bluffing at this pot on the river. Bets 110,000, and is going to run out the best hand, who is the chip leader. And folks, this shows you the kind of competition we've got at this table. Even the short stack's not afraid to make moves.
That is right. That is a sneaky, intelligent bluff there by the Brazilian. Sticks out 110,000, and he gets the chips.
I'll tell you, these guys have all got game. You might not have seen them before on television, some of them, but I'll tell you, everybody in the poker world respects all these players. They are tough.
All right, well, he goes out this time, and now the former grocery bagger at a supermarket, Justin Smith, with queen 10.
Well, Justin, a very aggressive 21-year-old, fires 65,000 into the pot.
Yep, and now Alec Torelli started playing poker at 16 years old. He goes out.
Well, back around to the chip leader, who's got just a queen jack, but that's enough to raise it. He comes over the top, makes it 155,000 to go. And Erik Seidel, the WPT champ, looks down at Big Slick. Now the pot's been raised and re-raised to him. What do you do now with ace-king?
Seidel with 8 World Series of Poker bracelets. Very experienced, comes back over the top, makes it 450,000. And now Christopher will not play.
Justin quickly out.
So it's back around to the chip leader, Faraz Jaka.
What should you start the hand with? About?
Well, he wants to know how many chips Erik has got, but he's just asking that question to try to get a read on him. And obviously knows he's beat, throws away the queen high. Well, there you see a couple of old school guys. The Devil Fish and Umberto Brena's in the audience. But Vince, the truth is, the past 3 years, it's been all young players that have taken down this title. Mike Watson, Kevin Saul, Shannon Shore, all under the age of 26. Tonight we've got 5 guys at this table under the age of 26. It could happen yet again.
Well, these guys are younger than Chinese gymnasts, you can say that. Action going right back on Erik. The New Yorker goes out. A sweet out.
Stockholm.
Oh, yeah, that's fine. I think I'm going there too. So
And now the Brazilian not going to play.
Now around to Justin Smith. He folds as well. So it's a battle of the blinds.
Alec Torelli going to take a stab. He's got king jack.
And he's going to pick up the pot.
Bro, are you okay?
Misclick, what they call.
The machine has an off switch, huh?
Alec chuckling there just says the machine has an off switch, meaning he's seen Faraz play about every pot at this final table. Finally lays one down.
So the very talented young 22-year-old takes down his first pot tonight. They're all going after that close to $1.2 million first place prize. We're coming back with more action on the World Poker Tour.
My nickname is The Toilet. When I was playing those $10 dorm games in college, I had no idea what I was doing as far as strategy goes, so I'd just play suited cards, which a lot of beginners do. But I would end up getting a lot of flushes, so a bunch of my friends would always say things like, "Oh, damn it, the toilet flushes again." People thought it was funny that a high-stakes regular was called The Toilet, so just went with it.
Welcome back to the World Poker Tour. And Faraz the Toilet bringing this game of poker down to a new low. He's our chip leader.
Oh, man. I'm not sure I'd like to live with that nickname, but he seems proud of it, Vince. Maybe because he plays a lot of stinking cards, so the nickname appropriate.
All right, back to the table we go. The Brazilian quickly folding his hand, as does Justin Smith. And now the young player, 22 years old, from Orange County, Alec Torelli, going to raise with a queen 10. He makes it 65,000 to go into the toilet.